Steve, 7 points from our last nine. How are you feeling going into tomorrow's match against Woking?
Yeah, excited. It's another tough test. Another team doing well. Just down the road as well. So and we get to see a couple of old faces as well. So yeah, really excited for the game.
You changed your shape on Tuesday against Yeovil. To you as a coach, is it good to have different approaches to the way you set up, or do you sort of prefer to perfect your plan A instead of having a plan B?
Look, for me, it's more about getting the best, the freshest team onto the pitch and protecting players if they need protecting, because they're human beings, they're not robots. I know it's a topic of conversation across the board in football at the minute. So from my point of view, it's our jobs as coaches to make sure that they can carry out different tactics, different shapes, different ideas on a football pitch. So the ability to be able to change, I think, is something that you need to be able to do, because ultimately we didn't play Josh Coley, for example, on Tuesday because we needed to make sure he's right. We don't want to lose him again like we did for a game or two, because players are important to us. So they are the most important things, and we need to make sure that they're in the best physical shape they can be. And so from a shape point of view, it gave us an opportunity to change, be a bit more solid in terms of what they were going to bring to the table as well, Yeovil, and we've got to adapt. So we don't just look at ourselves and just go, this is what we're going to do. We're not arrogant to think that we can just turn up and do what we want to do every week. But we've got a preferred way of playing. And you saw that when we changed to a 4, it was a lot more natural to us. But look, if needs must and we need to change that, then we will. But yeah, look, we always want to perfect plan A, as you say, and we like the way we look as a back 4 and a midfield 3 and a front 3. And if we need to protect players and change shape, we will. But ultimately, we know what we want to do on a 9 games out of 10. But yeah, we've got a good squad as well, so I will use everyone.
And as you say, the switch to the 4 on Tuesday did have an impact. You said after the Oval match that in the second half we were the dominant team. We just couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. To you, especially as a former striker, how do you think we can consistently add that finishing touch?
Yeah, look, it's a funny one, isn't it? Because the 2 games prior, we scored 6 goals in 2 games. So, look, it's just sometimes you have nights like that. I think I think you can see all the things we've been working on have been definitely coming to fruition on the pitch. We've scored some good goals. I think our 3 goals against Ebbsfleet were top draw. And Yeovil was just one of those games where we had moments, and like Josh Coley's strike, which would have been a bit of a worldie, goes in and you win the game that way. So there's lots of different ways. And but yeah, look, we keep working on the field. We have to keep practicing, repetition, and then obviously you don't worry about nights like Tuesday night too much, because you know the next one's around the corner and it's an opportunity to do it again.
And meanwhile, the other end of the pitch, we've had a completely different sense about partnership to what we had at the start of the season with Coley and Harry Ransom. How do you think they've got on together?
Yeah, they've been excellent. They complement each other. They both like the physical side of the game. They both win their duels, which is something we needed to be better at. And they've been fantastic, and they've been a part of a very good partnership over the last 3 games since they've been together. And long may it continue.
As for the rest of the squad, Dylan De Silva has trained with the rest of the squad. How close to a return is he?
Yeah, look, he's really close. He's ticked hit his max speed today, so he's just ticked that box, and he joins back in fully from Monday. And be really nice to watch him complete the week, and then we have a decision to make as staff as to whether he's available for selection to be on the bench at Hartlepool. So look, it's going to be like a new signing for us, and one that everyone's excited for him to come back. And he's a model pro, and he can't wait to be back, and we can't wait to have him back.
And do you have an update on Ryan Jackson and Hayden Muller as well?
They're coming along. Jacko is just a real difficult one. It's his eye, it's his sight. It's got to be careful. We're guided by external people that know more about that stuff than any of us here. And he's just I think it's going to be a couple of weeks before we see him back on the pitch at best. We just got to, as soon as someone says that he's able to have some contact in and around the eye, and obviously off the back of he won't have done a lot for the last couple of weeks as well. So yeah, look, we were trying to get him back as soon as possible, and what was great that he was on the pitch today with us lot while we were doing our shape and doing 11v11 and doing our passing drills, and he's there encouraging the group and being a part of it, which is brilliant because he wants to be around. He doesn't really sit at home. And Hayden, yeah, he's a hamstring. He's when did we play Dagenham now? So however long ago that was, if it was 2 weeks or something like that, he's still 3 to 4 weeks away off the back of that. So yeah, he's progressing nicely.
And as for the match itself, we do face a short trip to Woking. What sort of test do you expect from them?
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. They're a really good team. They like to keep the ball, like to move the ball well. They've got players up top who can stretch the game. So yeah, for us, it's going to be a tough game. Obviously, we like to hope it's a tough game from them. Obviously, we're going to see some old faces in Buttes, and he's been a really good player. He's been a really good servant to this football club over the years as well. So we can't wait to see him. But yeah, look, it's another game that they're around about where we are in the table. So yeah, it's going to be a tough test, but one we're looking forward to.
Cheers, Steve.